Hi guys, 18dap here and welcome to the latest matchday preview for the channel. It's for this weekend's fixture. It's MK Dons versus Doncaster Rovers. Let's get the video started. So guys, welcome to the latest matchday preview, MK Dons versus Doncaster Rovers in League 2. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you so much for supporting the channel and continuing to do so. If this video has brought you to the channel and you like this sort of content, please consider clicking subscribe so you don't miss any future content on the channel. If you are new to the video and this is the first one, or new to the channel and this is the first video that you've watched, this is a format that will go through match previews, look at previous meetings between the two clubs, current form across all competitions. I choose a Doncaster Rovers player just to say a few words about, and then we have a look at my opinion on the opponent's one to watch. But as I always say, you know your club much better than I do, so if there's somebody else that should be in the conversation at that point, get them in the comments down below. I do like to learn about every club that we face across the EFL. And then we finish the video off with three predictions. The predicted team lineup, thanks to FanHub. Me and the family have got the predictions league, so there's an update on that. And then the all-important score prediction at the very end. So let's get into this one with previous meetings. Donny and MK Dons have faced off a total of 15 times in our history, with Rovers edging this one, coming out on top on 9 occasions. We've lost 4 and we've shared the spoils on 5. Drilling down into the more recent 5 fixtures though, Donny on top in those as well, with 3 wins out of the 5, 2 defeats. So we jump back to 2021, the final game in that League 1 season between the two clubs, and it was a 1-0 defeat for the Rovers at Stadium MK. And then in League 1 in the 2021-22 season, we did the double over MK Dons in the season where we went down, and they did particularly well. I think they finished in the playoffs in League 1, so 2 random results, unexpected results. It was a 2-1 win at home and then a 1-0 away win in that season. And then last season, the 23-24 season, we traded blows a little bit with a 2-1 defeat at Stadium MK early on in the season, and then a 3-0 win at the Eco Power on New Year's Day. So a 3-0 win would be very nice tomorrow for the Rovers, but we will see. Current form does lead to say that Donny could probably be the one to win this one. Looking at the more recent 5, Donny have got 3 wins sandwiched between 2 defeats. MK Dons, on the other hand, a win, a defeat, a win, and then coming into this one on the back of 2 defeats. And it's been a tough start for MK, who sit 20th in the table with 2 wins and 4 defeats to start their season. Williamson, I'm guessing he's under a bit of pressure because MK were a team that a lot tipped to have a much more positive season than the start suggests that they're going to have. Lots of recruitment in the summer, so is it potentially that players are just not settling yet, or it's just taking a little bit of time to gel? I'm not too sure, but they seem to try to play football the right way. But again, is it a case of time needed for Williamson, or is it that Williamson ball's run its course and it's time to look elsewhere? I mean, Williamson's been linked with the Carlisle job, so it could be the next movement in terms of managers in the AFL, because it's not working at the minute at MK. It's been a poor start to the season. They did play midweek as well, so I think they've got a lot less preparation time for this game than what Donny's had, and it was a defeat to Colchester in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. So yeah, it's been a tough week for MK with 2 defeats. On to Donny though, we fell to defeat as well the last time out, 2-0 at Harrogate in a bit of a shock result in front of the Sky cameras last Thursday. And unlike MK Dons, we've had a lot of time to look at the game, analyse it and hopefully put it right. 8 days between the 2 fixtures, whereas MK played Tuesday night and playing on Saturday. So as I say, we've had a lot more time to prepare for this game, and hopefully that preparation comes good. But it's like when you've got an international break, some teams come back and hit the ground running. Some teams it takes a game or two to get back into the swing of things. Hopefully we hit the ground running and there's a response, because in the media, Billy Sharp's come out and said that conversations have been had within the club, they know where they've gone wrong, and the lads are looking to bounce straight back from the bump in the road, which was Harrogate away. We responded well after the defeat at Newport earlier in the season, so I'm hoping for similar tomorrow. We will see. Moving on to player profile. So for this one, I've gone with Tom Anderson, centre back, 31 years old, and it's a bit of a difficult one to judge at the moment with Tom. He was singled out by a lot of people on social media as the main reason for both of Harrogate's goals. For me personally, I disagreed with it. I think there's other players you could go through each individual player who played that night and pick their performance apart. And for me, we win, lose or draw as a collective, and collectively we simply weren't good enough last Thursday. So Tom, for me, has got a lot of positive attributes that I think the younger players, Jay McGrath, even Oliver to a certain extent, can learn from. And although he's not the quickest, his pace lets him down a lot. I do think the team is weaker without him in it, or in and around it. So yeah, hopefully he puts on a few more decent performances and quietens people down a little bit, because I do think he's a good defender. Maybe not the ball playing, moving across the pitch kind of defender that we need sometimes, but I think his experience and his ability is needed within the squad. Moving on to the opponent's one to watch, as I said at the start of the video, you know your club much better than I do, so if this individual shouldn't be the opponent's one to watch, get who you think it should be down in the comments below. I've gone with Liam Kelly, 28 years old, central midfielder, bags of experience at EFL level, 313 appearances, 29 goals, 38 assists. He's not off the mark for MK Dons yet, but we've seen his ability at Stockport and Crawley. Yes, Crawley. He's a very good midfielder. He can dictate the pace of a game. He can speed it up. He can slow it down. He can find a pass. Not quite the goal-scoring midfielder that you'd like, but I think the creativity that he brings to a team generally sorts you out with goals. He's already got 1 assist for MK, but like I say, he's not off the mark in terms of goals yet. But I think he's the one for me that could really make MK Dons tick and potentially hurt us with a decent through ball to the attackers. So for me, the one to watch tomorrow, Liam Kelly. Moving on to the predicted team lineup. So this is thanks to FanHub. If you've not downloaded the app yet, please go ahead and do so. Plenty of features to get your teeth stuck into. And for me, I have predicted the following 11 for tomorrow's fixture. I've gone with Sharman Lowe in goal, Sterry, McGrath, Anderson and Fleming as the back four, Bailey, Westbrook and Clifton as a midfield three, Molyneux and Gibson out on the wing, and Billy Sharp up front on his own. So I think the only player that I've swapped out there is Ben Close for Westbrook. I thought we missed Westbrook against Harrogate. For me, stuff went through Ben Close a little bit too easily. Like I say, you could single out each player on against Harrogate and pick bits of their performance to pieces. But yeah, as a collective we weren't good enough. So for me, one change, and it's given these lads a chance to redeem themselves on the road. Onto the predictions league table. So if you're new to this, me and the family predict the scoreline for every single league game. If we get the scoreline spot on, we get 3 points. If we get the outcome right but not the scoreline, we get 1 point. Completely wrong, it's no points. And we all had confidence in Donny against Harrogate, apart from my dad. He went with the old Desmond 2-2. But yeah, the rest of it went with wins, so no points added to the table. So we remain as we were. Max in first on 6 points, Chris in second on 4. I've got 2 points, and my dad still yet to get off the mark. And that takes us on to the all-important score prediction. And both teams will be wanting a response in the league. MK coming off a 3-0 defeat to rivals Wimbledon. We got beat 2-0 in the Yorkshire derby against Harrogate. Obviously MK losing the Bristol Street Motors Trophy midweek. Made a couple of changes. I think Jonathan, who I will link his Twitter in the description down below, said they made 8 changes but still put a strong team out and still fell to defeat. So yeah, it's been a disappointing week for both teams. So I think it will be an entertaining game. Like I say, MK want to play football the right way. Donny also want to play football the right way. So it could be an entertaining one for the neutral. I think there's goals in it. I'm hoping we've got enough in the squad to edge this one. And I'm putting my neck on the line now, saying we are going to edge it. I'm going MK 1, Donny 2. And that's where I'm going to leave this video. If you've enjoyed it, big thumbs up on it for us please. Comments in the section down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one.